life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. I'm contemplating coming close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. Quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing just as good as I am right now tonight. How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
How y'all doing tonight? That's the name of my show. How y'all doing tonight? That's all one word, by the way, in the South. Hey, Sarah, you like my cardboard people? Yeah, that's to spook out my neighbors. Here you go. That's what you do. And if you get lonely, like when Stedman doesn't give me attention, I just get out my cardboard people and they hang out with me. I recommend it. $24.95 at Amazon. Mamita Alicia says, I'll be driving, so I can't chat, but I'll be listening. Okay, thank you, lady. That's beautiful. Mamita Alicia. There's Heaven's baby. Good to see you. Hey, y'all. Just for you. Good to see you. How y'all doing tonight? So I just wanted to do a real quick live. I was going to do a live yesterday from the Bin store, which is like a mega thrift store where you kind of buy by the pound. And we got my son out shopping, and then we went and ate. And then after we got our, hey, Stuffers, good to see you. After we got our bellies full, we were ready to come home and take a nap. And then it was like too late. So here we are, and I didn't get to go. So maybe I'll do that this weekend when I got more time. The only problem is on the weekend, it's so packed in there. I mean, you're like fighting for a shirt, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's a good time. It's a good time, and you really get some killer deals in there. During the week, it's not so busy, especially like in the morning. There might be 4 or 5 people in there, and the place is ginormous. So I think I did a live from there, didn't I? Did I do a live from there?
Yes.
Yeah, check that out. Hey, Daisy Joe, good to see you. To our sales barns. Yeah, so I know like White Rabbit had talked about her going to those also bin stores, and I got talking to Rap, and I was like, yeah, man, him and Smoky Mountain Mama like to go to those, and it's addictive, and it's close by, and because it's by the pound, it's like, well, I got $1.50, I go get me a shirt and a pair of pants, right? And if you like shopping like me, I mean, that's therapy sometimes, right? Yeah, so yeah, maybe I'll do that this weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. I could do it. It'll be packed tomorrow though. I heard Rabbit talk about them. I tried to look for one near me a few weeks ago, but I couldn't. I Googled it and I realized, oh, well, that's what she meant. Well, that's Goodwill to us. So yeah, we frequent those type places anyway. Just as a hobby, I've always, liked to thrift, and I get a thrill for the deal. Know what I mean? If I don't get a deal, I don't want to go in and pay full price, whether I got the money or not. That ain't no fun, right? My husband likes to haggle. Yeah. Oh, they're addictive. Oh, yes. Maybe it's best that there isn't one near me. I hear you. It is addictive, man. Turn this down a little bit. Is that where I need to turn it down? Yeah, so and my husband always finds unique stuff. Like I showed somebody the other day. This is something that he found at a thrift store. It was a Goodwill, wasn't it, honey?
What?
Or you found this?
Oh yeah.
A peace pipe. And me identifying as Indian. There you go. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. But we picked all kinds of crap. Like our house is full of it. Like my G for Gypsy. Hey, Sub-Zero. And my C for Cynthia, my real name. Yeah, so you never know. And all these pictures back here, these back here we picked. Like, whenever people throw stuff out from a move and all. I love it, man. Thrift is life. Yeah, so yeah, we enjoy that a lot. We have we've picked so much. It's like we're talking households full. And when we moved to the beach right before my daughter was killed, we sold everything in the house, took the proceeds, and bought a Pathfinder, and went to the beach. And we lived at the beach for about 4.5 years. So, and we just kind of vagabonded. We had family down there, but for the most part, we were kind of vagabonding it. There for a while, we even lived on the beach in a tent, and stayed at my brother-in-law's part-time during the summer, just because they would like have fireworks and just neat events and stuff. And I don't know, it's just kind of a neat place. If you're going to go camping, do it on the beach. That's what I say. Okay, gotta drive, y'all. You too, just for you. Thank you for coming. Hello, Sarah Smiles, says Sub-Zero. Sarah says, hello, Sub-Zero. Yeah, so I wanted to do a quick live, and there was a couple of things going on in the YouTube world that people are talking about, and one of them, I guess, is this trial, right? The Murdaugh trial, which is close by to me. I'm in North Kakalaki, and this is the trial is in South Kakalaki. And yesterday, I saw that they went to the property where the murders happened. And again, this is the Alec Murdaugh trial in South Carolina. And I wanted to see, when they said, oh, we're going to go, take the jury. Hey, LB, good to see you. We're going to take the jurors to see the crime scene. I would have wanted to see, like, if they had a GoPro or something. I would have liked to have seen Alec Murdaugh, on his way there. Because he was very animated in court, didn't y'all think? If y'all watched it, very animated in court. And so, yeah, I wanted to see what his body language was like on the way there and getting out of the car and all. But such is life, we didn't get to see that. So as we're waiting for, the ending to come upon us, they pull a juror today for talking about the case. And my husband said right away, well, that was a plant, right, to throw the case. And how jolly they were coming into court every day. Well, I bet they were. They were probably being paid to do that, right? And there you go with the good old boys. This is allegedly, we put a little allegedly banner up there so I don't get yelled at. Is today Wednesday? Do I get to have my opinion on Wednesday?
Thursday, yesterday. That was yesterday.
So do I have this up here yet for them to see? Almost. It ain't there yet. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of me waiting on this for my husband to send me over.
No, I'm going to need a countdown.
You need a count.
Sure. 22 seconds. I'm going to do a guess when it's over. We go through this. Bill, we go through this every week, and this is the last week I'm going to go through this. If somebody's assigned on this show as a stage manager, then somebody can be here. Every week is the same story. I don't mind it once or twice, but it's enough.
Yeah, that's probably how he feels about me today. So anyway. Yeah, so anyway, that's probably taken my attention the most, that and modding for a couple of people that had some drama going on. And it's good to see Southern Girl back in circulation. Always good to see the OGs from the Tiger Club back together again. Appreciate her removing that off her wall for us, and it's good to have her around. I enjoyed her. She's funny, and she was a lot of fun before. It's loud, honey. Before, there she's saying, "Hey, LB," and she said that was great. Yeah, does anybody know how Rap is doing? Anybody in chat know? I do not know. I haven't seen, I haven't seen any word, if anybody. I bet Beth probably, I don't know. Who would know? Maybe the Liberators have heard. I don't know, but prayers go out to him again, and anyone else that are needing prayers, Jimmy by the Bayou, and anyone needing prayers extended to them, definitely. She says, hey girl. I'll change my banner to prayers for our community there. Prayers for those that are needing uplifting, right? So what was the other thing I was going to talk about? There was a rapper that Grady Judd came out today in the Florida news and was talking about how he's been arrested and is charged with some killings. And he wrote about it. Hey, Jimbo. Coach. He wrote about it. He wrote about it in his rap songs, y'all. So it's like, wow, if you're a cop, you've even got to decipher rap lyrics, right? But, I bet they are putting it in rap music, right? I bet they are, I wonder how many other songs are out there we never really, or a country song. You know what I mean? What did That Ain't My Truck mean, right? I don't know. Makes you wonder. Hello, Jimbo. Yeah, so Sarah, would you like to come up until you can't? I want to hear what she's making. Yeah, and I also want to hear about, you did? Yeah, man. I wonder how many other people are like putting that stuff in songs and we're just like really not even paying attention. Like, let's say Earl Had to Die, like that one. Wasn't that a country song? Right. Okay, killer. Wasn't that a country song? It was like by the what were their names? Just three girls. No, they were country, honey. Black Eyed Peas ain't country. It was the yes, the Dixie Chicks sang Earl Had to Go. Yeah. and they roll them up in a carpet. It's not funny. This is not funny. Anyway, so let's see. Here we go. Allegedly, let's put that up there. Allegedly, it was rolled in a carpet. Dixie Chicks, that's right. She said, shoot, even that new song, Stuck, Stay in the Truck. I'm like, this is a great song, but I mean, people. Yeah, I know. I mean, I thought, wow, that's crazy. I wonder if that's I wonder if that's like used in evidence. I mean, like our posts are, right? Our posts are used in evidence. Oh, the funny when the Mississippi squirrel in the church. I wonder if these things are used in court. I'm sure they are. Well, what was his name? Ronnie Spector? Was that his name?
Raleigh.
Or Paul Spector? What was his name? Ronnie was the singer. His wife, wasn't it? Anywho, so yeah, that's what was on my mind today. How about y'all? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all tell, was there anything y'all want me to have a show about? Last time I asked, somebody had told me about a missing person, but I think that got resolved. So I'm going to ask, hopefully once a week, if I can remember, if there's anything y'all want me to cover, anything local. I'll be glad to read it or whatever it is. Okay, Sarah. Are you going to make coffee?
Yes, I am.
Before the show's over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, Chaotic. Try not to do it too close to the, I hope that went too hard on the ears. Alrighty, so here we go. Oh yeah, what was I going to say? Let me go over here to it's always just my memory bank over here, my community wall of things that I wanted to talk about. Yes, for all the lonely people. Oh, Coco's live. Shoot, I didn't know that. I would have waited. Shoot, I would have waited. Breaking news, judge cites new DNA evidence in the Chad and Lori Daybell case. They will now be tried separately on multiple counts of murder. And this is per Court TV 1 minute ago. And we are now on verdict watch in the Alex Murdaugh case. The jury is now in deliberations as of 3 minutes ago in the double murder trial of Alex Murdaugh. So I'm going to put guilty on that one, I think. What y'all think? Y'all think he's guilty? That's hard to get past, isn't it, when you're at the crime scene? That's hard to... Let's see here. I wish I'd known that Coco was going to go live and I would have postponed mine. I like watching her. Okay, so if you're not subbed up to her, Coco Saget, that is. Okay, so whenever the teen rapper, it was a teen rapper, by the way, that put the killings in his lyrics there in Florida that Grady Judd was discussing today. And then, I don't know if you guys know or not or care, but Lori Lightfoot was ousted as the Chicago mayor 1 day ago. Some interesting movement there politically, if you're interested in that. Was that all that I wanted to bring up? Yes. Oh, there's Sarah. Smile. Well, won't you smile a while for me, Sarah?
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard that before.
I knew I'd be the first.
Heard the first thing when I popped under this earth. Yeah.
Do you hate its guts?
Yeah, there's a couple different versions. That one's all right. That's the one I was named after, so it's all good.
Okay. What are the others?
There's I think there wasn't there a White Snake version? I know there's 3. There's definitely
Oh wow. Well, what do you ever get Sarah by Fleetwood Mac?
No. I don't think so.
That's me and Ken's song when we got together.
Ah.
It's called Sarah.
Ah.
She wrote it about her friend that died.
I'm just not sure, you know. It's been so many Sarah. Like March. Oh, I gotta put my
Makes you
hat
want to
on.
go buy. Makes you want to go buy a sock account, don't it?
No, I'm good. I'm all right.
That's great for Chicago. Amen. Ain't that for? Did you hear what I said about Lightfoot was ousted yesterday as the Chicago mayor?
No.
Yeah, she was. Get out of here. Okay, thanks, Jimbo, for coming by. I appreciate you.
See
Yeah,
ya
if I'd
soon,
known that
baby.
if I'd known Coco was going live, I would have moved mine.
She came after you. I saw it pop up. I think. Well, actually, you know, the notification could have been jacked up. Sometimes I don't know why YouTube does that. It'll say like, I'll get a notification that somebody's live, and I'll go click on it, and they've already been live like 17 minutes or
Oh,
30
I
minutes,
know. I hate
45 minutes. I'm
that.
like, thank you, thanks for telling me.
And anytime I'm asked, how are you happy with our notifications? I say no.
It's just
Well,
weird. I don't know why they're
yeah.
delayed. So
So what are you into today? I was all into the Murdaugh trial. What about you?
I clicked on the video that the judge, you know, like the 13-minute video explained why they got the boot and how they brought
Mhm.
eggs to the court, you know, and it was
Yeah,
kind of funny. But I'm actually
no.
I just finished building a vacuum pump chamber, which
Oh
might
wow.
sound weird and you know, it's kind of hard to explain, but Ken might know what it is.
A vacuum chamber.
Vacuum pump chamber.
Vacuum pump chamber.
Some
She
people use
said
it for stabilizing wood,
for stabilizing wood.
but I'm using it for to get air bubbles out of resin.
But she's going to use it to get air bubbles out of resin. He
It
looks
literally
blank.
No, that's
it can
probably
crush things, like it sucks the
It
air.
crushes
Actually,
things and sucks air.
let
well,
me show
it'll
you.
suck all the air out, but
Yeah.
Why don't you listen to my show and then you'll know?
oh, your lips are up. I'm gonna go
It's
smoke
this.
Oh,
cigarette. There's 3 of them.
oh, okay. You made that?
Yeah,
I built it. So you turn this
Oh,
knob,
wow.
gauge goes up when you let the. I better not screw it. See how the dial's going up? It's sucking the
Yeah.
negative air pressure, but you have to let it out slowly. And I better shut it off because I have nothing in it. But that's what I've been building. You know, I'm always
Wow.
building some shit.
Oh, you're smart. Do you ever watch Dexter's Laboratory, the cartoon?
No, but I have a friend that's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
He has like an action figure and shit, you know.
I love that.
Where's my
He's,
cat?
yeah, I know, really. Nobody's here.
Oh.
I guess everybody's over there at Coco's. Oh, well. I'll just sit here and talk to my 8 people. That's okay.
Off here, the pockets. Oh, 1 second.
So, you do know who Alec Murdaugh is?
I've been watching some of the clips. I actually watched the housekeeper, actually the caregiver one, and I felt real bad for her. You know, I could tell she felt pressured. I could tell I got the vibe from her that she felt like she's in danger for testifying. I could feel it.
This is what I see every time I watch him on stage, on the thing, on the what you call it, on the stand.
Yes,
This
man.
can you see? Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, watch.
I love gold. The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture.
How much is enough, dude? Right? How much do you need in life, man? Ripping off teenagers, you know what I mean?
I don't know, but I found this whole 7-part series that some guy did, and he did like a documentary on them, and I could like sum up the whole, because I knew nothing about it and I've not been following it. It was an excellent series for people like that don't know anything about him and just want to learn about it and get the condensed version that's fast. And it really helped me. I learned about the housekeeper that was supposedly, fell over dogs and died. And I'm like, that's just a lot of things are suspect now that they got this going on. There seems to be other deaths that could be linked to it. So it was really, I'm glad I watched it.
I know. There is a movie on Netflix we watched about 2 years ago, and I want to say it was called The Maid. And it is about a wealthy Southern family and the young, preppy, middle, not middle adolescent, but I would probably say maybe in his 20s, accidentally killed the maid. And so they go to this big elaborate to cover it up. And it's just a disgusting exploitation of wealth and prestige and then I saw it unfold on the screen and I was like, oh my gosh, this really does, it's not just made for TV. They were talking that girl, the gay guy, the son and mom, and that the lady that raised Paul, the nanny. That's a lot of people to have under your belt.
Yeah. Gotta
And
start
to
looking
run,
actually.
and you think it's a good idea to get on the stand?
Well,
You know what I mean?
I thought, and I felt it. Like I felt her fear. I felt so bad for her. I could tell. She even cried at one point. You can tell she's afraid to answer the right way, afraid to
Yeah.
answer what she really thinks. And I can see her. She can feel his eyes boring into her while she's testifying. She's kept.
No, I mean the one they killed.
Yeah, right, right, right. Thank you, Purple Rainstorm. By the way, I just saw
Yeah,
that when I.
they killed the one that Paul looked to as a mom because he never bonded with his mom. He
Yeah,
bonded with that lady that raised him, and she come up dead. And they're like, we're not real sure how she died. Yeah,
tripped
there
over
was
dogs. It
it
tripped over
tripped
dogs
over a
was
dog. I
what I
don't
got
buy that.
from the 7-part series. You could get away with that, but then once you start piecing all these other things together, then you're gonna go back and say, okay, this looks a little sus.
Yeah, she knew too much.
Now, I'm talking about the lady that watched his mom. She did the night
Oh,
shift. She did the 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
mhm.
Like she worked every night, and she worked at a school during the day, and I could just feel she was afraid to answer. She cried, and I don't know. It's like I kept seeing the way he was looking at her, and she was answering like they're a real good family. They're they're good people, but it was like it looked like kind of almost rehearsed. Like she felt like she had to say that. I
Mhm.
don't. It just didn't seem right. But
I'm just amazed that in 2023, 2022, 2021, this is still happening, you know?
yeah. Oh, and I also saw today that I don't know if it was you I told this or chaotic, but there was the Delphi murders. There's another case that's, I once said to somebody, I bet maybe he's done this before if it was him, and they're
Oh,
looking into another case of this elderly couple, it looked like, that could be linked to it. I guess they're doing some lab work.
yeah,
Was that you
yeah.
that posted that?
No, huh, that was probably chaotic because she is up there where the Delphi
Yeah.
happened.
And
Um,
I was like, yep. I don't know if he's linked to it or not, but I think it's worth looking into if he's done it before.
yeah, that's why, not to dart all around case to case, but that's why I always thought it was Patsy that
Oh,
was
right.
involved because whoever killed the little girl, Jean Benet, was comfortable enough to take time to write a letter. You know
Right.
what I mean? They
Yeah,
felt comfortable enough in that house, that they could sit down with their notebook, their pen and pad. I mean, a perpetrator would be wanting to hurry and get the hell out of there. But whoever this was obviously did not. They took their time and wrote a letter. A
you
link.
know, they could have. Now, wasn't it proven that the letter was written there on their own letterhead? So somebody could have been hanging out thinking they're sleeping beforehand, and before they
And
did it.
they could not rule out her handwriting.
Okay, I didn't know what happened with the analyzing of that or anything like that, but
They couldn't rule hers out.
You think if she was really dying and that happened and she's already gonna go and knew she was going, you think there would have been a bedside confession of some
Well,
sort, though?
this is where I'm wondering. Maybe she had, this is just me. I know that when I've taken, because she did talk about taking how she took sleeping medicine, and this, that, and the other wouldn't have been heard because she took sleeping medicine. When I've taken, what was the name of that one? Ambien.
Oh, is it that one?
I have an outer body experience, and I don't remember shit. I
Yeah,
mean, he's told me I get up and tell him to make me a hamburger, and he'll bring me a hamburger, and I'm asleep.
Yeah,
And
I've
I
heard a
don't.
lot of stories of that, sleepwalking and stuff, and doing some crazy stuff.
I have a friend of mine. She runs a tax agency, and she will order stuff on Amazon.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
and, and Ambien makes you hungry. She ordered plastic display food. It wasn't even
Oh
edible.
my gosh, I would never touch that stuff. I've heard horror stories. My friend's friend was on that stuff, and she said her kids would always ask for Amazon after she took her Ambien. They'd want to order Amazon.
They want to order.
She'd always say yes. They waited till she took it. It's
Yeah.
funny you said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Never give a drunk Amazon, I guess.
Add to the list.
No way. That stuff sounds bad. I know somebody else, that same person, that my friend's friend. I don't really know her well, but she also crapped her pants at Walmart because of it, and she had to. She was wearing white shorts, and she had to drive around on one of those carts till they left. I mean, no, just
Wow.
that stuff. Hell no.
Yeah, and if she, let's just say it was, a holiday, she had alcohol with it. All kinds of things could, and I'm not trying to make excuses for the lady. I'm just saying these could be reasons why she went to her deathbed with it. If she don't remember it, how could she come clean with it?
What was that kid? Oh, look at that. Never again. See? Yeah, that's frightening. Imagine like not being in control of what your body does and not remembering. That sounds very scary to
I
me.
rearranged my whole. Remember this, Ken? I rearranged the living room furniture. We were at the beach, and I got up the next morning. And I was like, "Why did you move everything?" And he's like, "You did it."
Oh shoot. Nope. That's just too
Crazy.
scary.
I didn't want to mess with that ever again. I was like, "What is it? Acid?"
I'll stick to melatonin. No.
Yeah, or Benadryl even. I mean, hot chamomile tea. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, they really will give you anything,
Yeah, but those side effects and all the things I'm hearing from different people, that's just enough to say never. Like, that sounds scary.
They gave Charlie Singulair for his allergies that are still lingering since the Rona.
Oh, right.
And and we have a cat and this, that, and the other. So, naturally he has, allergens in the air that he's allergic to. But I went and read the side effects before he ever took the first one. And has a black box warning. FDA does not support it anymore. And it said causes severe psychiatric problems. I said, why in the hell would you write a prescription for that for an autistic child?
Well,
Why would you do that?
The problem is, like, it could be scary and frightening with those side effect things, and I've had to try to steer myself away from looking at it myself because of having to put my son on medications with no choice, and the benefits outweigh the risk. But being a person that always used to do that, I realized that, in talking with doctors, it could have been the smallest amount of people that had that reaction out of thousands, and they have to put it on there, and it could have been that they were going to have that anyway, so it's kind of like, it's hard, because you don't really, that could have been 2 people out of, whatever, but they have to write it there so they don't get sued.
I'm
And it
not
might
going
have
to take
actually,
the chance. I'm just going to get him some local honey tomorrow.
yeah, it might actually help them, and you won't know. But I understand we're not wanting to take that risk too. Just like, what's that stuff they give people, the Theraflu, or what's that stuff they give people, the flu treatment that you can go in, but you have to go in like within 24 hours.
Tamiflu?
Right. My doctor did not recommend that. For instance, one time when my son got the flu, I went in thinking, when they tested positive, well, can I try that stuff I've seen on TV that people? And he said, I wouldn't recommend that for him because this can cause psychosis. And with his history of severe autism, I wouldn't do that. I don't recommend it.
Right.
And I said, okay, if that's, the doctor said that, then I'm going to go with what he says. And I'd rather not.
Yeah, they had started him on Adderall too, and that gave him a panic attack. He felt his heart fluttering,
Okay, so
and he was like,
that's
"I'm
right.
never taking this again." No, this is two different prescriptions, 2 different times. Not together. They weren't given together, but
Ooh, that's bad.
so with that, I don't take it for granted anymore. I'll read everything that the pharmacist
Good,
gives me in that little
good to
pamphlet. You
yeah,
know
it's
what I
good to
mean?
know, but also discuss it with your doctor to not panic yourself too at the same time. Now,
Yeah.
I would also I would recommend you in the future telling your doctor that you have a history of paradoxical effect for any future medications that your son's given because he could end up with that same issue and what you just explained there,
Right.
you should probably mention that because that can be genetic too for the future. Might be a good idea.
Yeah, you're right. I should make a note of that. Come
Yeah,
to
I think
think
that
of
might be
it.
best because you should also write down and next time you go, also tell him that he had heart fluttering with that medication.
Yeah, I told her she put him on something that doesn't have a narcotic in it,
Uh huh.
and he seems to be taking it fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you never know. That could run in families too.
right, right. I wonder how they test you for that. Trial and error.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Not gonna
It
know until it happens.
sucks.
But at least if something starts happening, you know that it could be that. If
Yeah,
you mention it, they might say in the future they might say, "Oh, let's not try this because you have a history of this. This could, it's worth mentioning."
right. Well, so what's your opinion of new coming together of our forces? May the force be
Um.
with us.
Oh, YouTube.
Well, just our everyone getting along better and all that.
I'm happier that way, to tell you the truth. Kind of
Yeah.
step back a little, taking a, semi break, and then, I'm kind of like not happy with the way things are happening on here, I guess, and to the
You're
level.
not you're not happy about it right now, or
Um,
you see it working its way out.
oh, I'm talking about like the level of fighting and stuff. I'm not too cool about that. But
Yeah.
if you mean the joining of someone else being cool with everyone, I'm happy about that. If that's what
Yeah,
you meant.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy about that, and I was hoping one day that could happen, and I didn't expect it, so I was pretty happy for you too.
So I was saying last night as a joke, and it went well, that they might have a psychotic narcissist, but we have a serial killer. So there you go. We
I saw
trump. We
I
trump.
saw that. I was watching and I fell asleep.
We
Wa- I was watching silently and I fell asleep, and then I watched the rest. I think this morning, what I missed. I'm trying to
Yeah,
go to
that's
bed
what we're
earlier.
talking about, LV. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, it's nice to have us all somewhere again, because we all cut up and had a good time, and we were the OGs, right?
Mm, yep,
If you
yeah.
watch the chat at Jimbo's, it's such a mix of people, and it's wonderful. It really is. And it takes me back to when Ernie just started his channel, and we kind of trickled over there from other channels.
Hmm.
And I remember BDAC was one of his mods, and so was
Yeah.
Mac B.
Oh
You
yeah, that's
remember?
right. Yep.
Yeah, and Beloved Ghost, and him and Tina were off and on. They fought sometimes, and so some days she was a mod, and some days she wasn't. Some
Yeah.
days she was there, some days she wasn't.
I think
And
theirs was more of a brotherly kind of relationship
oh
though,
yeah,
which seemed
totally,
kind
totally.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally can see that. And so it's kind of neat, that because that was a long time ago. I was going by Joan of Arc by then. And I started off Apollonia, but he couldn't pronounce it. So I switched it to Joan of Arc for a while. And then somebody stole that name or cloned it.
Oh
And I was
wow.
like, over at Benny's. And so I changed it to, it was Gypsy Soul. I came up with it out of a song that I love during a rough time in my life, Into the Mystic.
Yep.
And the lyrics in it was, I want to rock your gypsy soul.
Yeah, that was
And
yeah.
so I changed it to Gypsy Soul. And Ernie had a falling out with rap, and he changed his channel to The Real Ernie Shell. And so I copied him and went with The Real Gypsy Soul. And here we are.
Mm. I know there was another person similar name to yours, so I thought at that time that you had switched it, because, to make it known that you were you, and the other,
That
had
too.
yeah.
That too.
But I don't remember you as Joan of Arc or any of those other names.
Yeah, I went by Joan of Arc for, I don't know. I was in Andrew Hilt's chat a lot, trying
Oh,
to
I thought about him.
is he going to tell us something? Does he know where Summer is?
Does he even have a channel still?
I don't know.
I don't think
But
he really disappeared kind of off of my feed, I guess.
and I was in Benny's a whole lot because we just thought he was the meanest guy. He was just the meanest guy.
Yep.
So we would watch him just to, watch someone be mean, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I watched Daisy and Prayer Girl, and it was so funny because the boys, I'd be like, okay, Mama's gonna watch church now, and they would hear her motherfucker, and they were like, "Is that church?" Yeah, shh, Prayer Garden.
Oh, I used to watch her a lot a long time ago.
Yeah, and then I watched Daisy back then. And oh yeah, that was the one that was like, welcome to bedtime stories. And if murder is your jam. Remember that one?
I don't think so. I don't know.
It's called Bed Crime Stories.
Bad crime. I don't.
She's
I know
good. You'd like her.
there was one called Crime Stories Obsessed, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I had Daisy's on last night though. I was just listening while cleaning, with the ear, because I heard Candace was on there, and she was real
I didn't
upset.
get to hear any of that. Tell us the word. What'd you hear? Good.
Yeah, I when I came in, she had already been on the panel, and she was sobbing at the time I came on, and one of her old friends came in chat. I don't know if they had a falling out, but it was that friend Kathy lady. And they both kind of expressed that they cared for each other or whatever, and then in the end Candace went off to go talk to her, and she was sobbing away, missing her friend, and that friend said that they were always there for her, and stuff like that. So it sounded like they had patched something that maybe went on. I'm not really sure, because it's all alleged, or reportedly, of course, but that's what I got out of it, the way that she was crying. And then she stepped down off the panel to go have a phone call from that Kathy, the friend. And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's the lady that took her in when Dawn was away, so she wouldn't be alone. So, she seemed happy about that. And that was about the extent of that.
I want to tell you an outer body experience I had today. Yesterday, I was riding down the road, and I was telling my son, when I had to travel all the time in sales, sometimes I would be, going from LA to Chicago back to Charlotte, and I had meetings, and I would take a whore bath. And swear to God, I had this conversation with him yesterday. I turn on Ernie today, and he's talking about a whore bath. So I'm tearing my phone apart, trying to find the chip where he's listening into me. Because it's like, damn, he hears everything I say.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was really coincidental.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, I'm like, honey, do you check see if there's a chip in my head?
He knows.
I have a dimple too. Oh my God, are we related? Yeah, my call it that when we were like traveling, and she'd want to freshen up in the bathroom, and she called it a whore bath. And then he said that today. I was like, I'm checking
Crazy.
pillows and under the bed.
Uh,
He's here.
I mean, I saw it went live again
Oh, he did again.
while yours was on, yeah, like a few
I
minutes ago.
tried to go
Or
over there. I tried to go over there, but it was just music. Did he say anything good today?
I mean, I was there just for a second, and it was negative towards somebody I like, so I just left. I don't really go there. It just happened to pop up, and nothing else was on.
Yeah, I know. We've heard it all before anyway. I mean,
Right.
So what was the other thing I was going to tell you that I got into? He took me shopping yesterday, and Daisy Joe, is she in chat? No, she's probably over listening to Coco. And she said, this is what you should do for your beard. She said, get you some Nair face cream.
Oh.
So I rushed right out. It's only $3. Hell yeah, there's Daisy Joe. Hell yeah. 3 something? It's mine, man. This beard's gone. He's gonna come to bed tonight. We're gonna make love in the
Oh Lord.
not so much. My face was like on fire red. And I was like, everybody's doing these reviews, these makeup reviews and stuff here lately. Give me the phone. I'm gonna do a damn review.
It's made for your face. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
okay.
get the box. It says face cream. Yeah, it tells you how to do it. And
I was
I
gonna
mean, it
say,
was like,
maybe burning your face if it's made for the other stuff.
but I will tell you, it's smooth as a baby's butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
It really it looks, but it smells exactly like it did in the 70s.
Yeah, I don't like that smell.
So it's back to the sticky wax. I go back to honey wax. And I get it stuck all in everything. It's really hard to do by yourself. I used to go to a salon, but I'm lazy, so I do it here. I can eat a bonbon, watch TV, and slap some shit on my face, right?
Yeah, I'd be afraid of the chemical burns, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny. Did I leave it on too long? Is that what it was? Maybe that's what it was.
LB left it on her legs too long when she was a kid. Yep, fire.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I got talking to Ken, and I was like, "Oh shit, I got this on my face."
Put a
So it's
timer on
very,
your phone next time. Put a timer on.
yeah, it's very possible I left it on too long, but it did work. It's smooth as a baby's butt.
Smooth as a baby's butt. You just got some burns with it.
It's just a little burn. All right.
You just burn your skin off. It's smooth.
I put some well, I tried the aloe vera, and the one he brought me had alcohol in it, so it was like, ah!
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. That's what
Why do you hate me so? And then I used it said to put petroleum jelly on it, Vaseline, so I did that, and it calmed down.
Really? I would think that would hurt it, huh?
I take it off when I start feeling the slight. Okay, I wish I'd done that. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Maybe exfoliated free dermaplasm. It's expensive getting old, man. They're wanting me to go on vitamins and crap. We went to the.
Oh yeah, like we were talking about yesterday.
Whatever. Vitamins are expensive.
It all adds up. They sure do. I noticed some of them I was getting on Amazon for a while because you go to the store, it's not on the shelf, and it comes so fast. And some of the prices are better on Amazon.
I wished I'd done that. When I did my total on Amazon, it was like $29. And when we walked out of Walmart yesterday, it was $75.
You can't go to Walmart without spending $100 at least.
I know it. You drop 20 at the door. You really do. You can't get out. Yeah.
That's cheap. I need that. That's cheap. And then it's friggin' always $100 at least for your couple dollar stuff. You're like, how did that cost?
Charlie wanted some stuff now that he's We're both going through these hormonal changes. Where he's 13, he's
Mm.
growing a beard, and I am too. So we're both like,
Oh yeah, the beard. Yep. Yep.
so
I do
we're both like,
that for mine. I shave. I do the shaving for him.
Gypsy, you can get the Nair with aloe in it. It doesn't seem to burn like the plain stuff. I wonder if I could trade this in. Probably not.
I'd say keep one of the leaves from the store in your fridge. You know how you can buy them at the vegetable, the real leaf, or try to find some without alcohol in it.
Yeah, the aloe.
Yep. I mean, the
I used
purest
to have
stuff.
the aloe plant. I love them.
Yeah. But some people juice them and eat them so you can get ginormous leaves at the store. Oh, I've seen them in the grocery, like the stalks if you don't have a plant.
I do Walmart delivery to save me money. If I go in, I'm getting a cart full of crap. Yeah, they know that too. Do you
Because it's
know
only $1. This is only $3. This is cheap. Yeah.
Portland, Oregon, the city, Portland, is closing their Walmarts?
Why?
They said that they weren't making enough profit after loss, meaning theft. We're talking Portland
After
here.
loss, Portland has a
When
high theft.
when people are going in there, what are they calling rioting?
Oh,
Yeah, they still have that problem there.
they do?
Yeah, I wish Luna could come over here. I'd pick her brain.
Was she from there?
Apparent, apparently, yeah, she lives up there in Oregon.
Hmm.
Yeah. She's coming this coast though soon. But I'd like to pick her brain about that. Where the hell are people going to shop now? I mean, Portland is a major city, but
Yeah.
in the city of Portland, they're removing all the Walmarts. I saw it on the
Interesting.
news today. Yeah, because I lived in Bend for a while back in my early 20s,
Well,
and as the two guys from In Living Color, I can say, hated it. I hated it. I didn't fit in because at the time it was the grunge scene, and everybody was like, wearing not flash, and I'm from the South, so everything's flashy, big hair, big makeup, and I
yeah.
didn't fit in. I didn't fit in at all. I'm hoping the bigger the hair, it will throw you off of my waist, so you'll look up.
I never got
It's
the big hair down pat. I never got that right.
Let's see what she says. Yeah, you saw that closure too? The
What do you
people can
mean you
go
don't
in and steal
or
and not pay. Yeah, read this.
what do you mean you don't get in trouble?
It's not worth the conflict, they say. They don't have enough manpower for
Oh, they don't have enough
one,
people working to do the
and
door
they
stuff.
defunded their police.
Oh crap! Yeah, when I go to Walmart, you have to show your receipt at the door. It always makes me feel creeped out. Like I have to have it ready, and I'm looking. I don't know the way they self checkout. It's like, dude, I'm not. Like I don't know. I know they have to
Yeah,
do what they do, but it's like that's the only store where you feel all the eyes boring into you, as if every person thinks every person.
right. I know, I know, I know, I
I don't like.
know. And don't they have those secret shopper people too?
And you can
And,
see, when you're. It's just. I mean, when you're paying, and then you check me again at the door, but it's weird.
do you remember when Walmart first opened and it was Walmart and Sam's Club, and they always do that when you leave Sam's Club?
I don't have a Sam's Club.
I always
No,
figured that's why they did it because it was like a policy of Sam's Club. But now they're not owned by them anymore, are they?
I'm not sure. Maybe they're like a partnership. Because I know there are people that shop at those just Sam Clubs. But don't they have the Sam Club products?
Look at this.
Okay.
The guy working said, "What about the makeup you just put in your purse worth about $600?" She walked right out. I said, "Are you just letting her leave like that?" He said, "She made it past the alarm."
What? So what? You can go sell it for crack? Like who needs 600 in makeup? I mean, sorry, but that's suspicious. If you're stealing that much in makeup too, like usually it's traded for something.
She says, so he couldn't do anything. He said they lose about 1,000 a night from people shoplifting makeup.
Yep, right there,
They-
resell. Yep. Drug money and stuff like that. But that's really crazy. That's just blatant. I couldn't deal with that. Don't I mean you would think they would have certain high theft things are usually in like you said, alarms or locked in the cabinet or something like that. Like the electronic section, they could have better cases if they invested in cases that held all that glass cases, and then they'd have to pick it out. It seems weird. They
They
bring
bring
it
it
back.
back. And get,
Yeah,
oh,
they changed that policy years ago though, so that I think that you could only do it maybe once or twice a year, because when you go back, if you don't have your receipt, you have to sign a paper with your address, and then that goes into the system, I think, because you have to show your license. They did something because people were abusing that too much, like drug people to get money. Next, they bring it back. Yep, the next day. This is Facebook site. Yeah, so people on those marketplaces buy stolen items a lot and don't even know it. Wow.
sorry, he's getting ready to go get Charlie something.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Did I do that right? Yes, I did that right. Let me put this in here. So, up there, I hear a bunch of people are having storms all over the U.S. What's it doing up there?
Actually, I did get some snow a couple days ago, but it was like such a small amount. It was gone the next day.
Oh, yeah,
Basically,
that's right. You did say that. Yeah.
I mean, it's cold off and on. It was a little rainy today. A little bit of rain earlier, but nothing crazy. Still a little.
Look, they busted her for shoplifting the next day.
Yep.
The next day on her busted. I can't believe that's crazy.
Police watch some of those yard sale sites. I think they do. Well, look at there. There's a nice compliment for you below.
Lipstick to use, Gypsy. It's very. I just bought it yesterday at Walmart. It is. Who was it by?
Well, at least you bought it.
Glasses here. Rimmel is the brand. It's called
Oh,
Stay Glossy. Yeah, what is the color at? I don't see the color name. 185 is the color.
and that brand is fairly affordable, if I remember correctly, from looking.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know, $4 maybe.
When I
If
used to
that.
want a cheaper eyeliner, I'd get one of those brands. I remember them being cheaper.
It keeps my lips very moist. There's my product review. I thought those were funny when I see people do those. We had a really bad storm yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you here.
I hear people talk about storms and tornadoes, I feel like, and all kind of crap around here. I mean,
Yeah,
on the
we have sliding glass doors in our bedroom. He slept through it. But I mean, it was pouring down, and somebody rode by, I guess too fast, and all this water just went bloom up on our sliding glass doors. I was like, holy cow.
that far? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. What did I miss? Y'all start over. Thanks. Yeah. Well, we're just kind of like, we didn't really have much of a topic other than, I brought everybody up to date on the trial with Murdaugh, and they removed a juror.
I didn't see the new.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't show us anyway. I was gonna say I just heard the number they called.
Yeah. Didn't the judge say something about they were always very friendly, but they were like, "Hey, I just made $1 million coming to do this," right? I bet
Yeah.
they were friendly. I mean, doesn't that kind of stand out? Why are you happy to be here, right?
Yeah.
Why would you be happy to be covering a case like this?
It'd be mortifying though to be I feel like in court and then you get the boot, but they made it lighthearted. They kind of made a joke about it and stuff. So
Hey, Lips.
hello. I mean, we're kind of all over the place. We're talking about Walmart makeup reviews.
Gypsy, tell us about yourself, please. Um,
My pump, my vacuum chamber pump I built. It's
yeah, I know, honey. It's in the thing. Uh, anyway, what I have right now is it has lavender flakes in it. It's shea butter base, and the smell is cherry blossom, and I chose purple because it's not cherry, it's something different. And anyway, so I use it like every day, and
maybe
I don't have to put lotion on my face afterwards. Usually, I've got to put quite a bit of lotion on my face now that I'm going through menopause. But I really like the shea butter. When I use tanning lotion, I always get shea butter in it, and I really like it in my soap.
I
So,
buy Coke. I buy the what do you call it for edible cocoa butter to put in mine, like the purity.
ooh,
My dog like really wants to eat it because that's the base for chocolate. Obviously, I have to keep it up on the shelf, but every time like I was telling you, I think I enjoy making soap for family for the winter and stuff. I always used to make giant batches of it and just keep it for the whole winter because your skin didn't dry out. It's great. But I do it a
yeah,
little differently. I do it outside with chemicals and stuff. I do the base with the lye and everything, and then the old fashioned way, I guess you could say. And then there's another quicker way that I do it. I do crock pot soap. So I have a crock pot
ooh,
dedicated just for the soap. Maybe I should make a video sometime and do it because it's you get an old crock pot from a thrift store because once you use it, you don't want to use it for food.
hmm.
It speeds up the process so that you don't have to get wait for the lye to leach out because the other long way of making soap the old way is you have to let it dry out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Mm.
You don't get burned. So if you use the crock pot method, then you don't have to wait.
Do you take requests for different smells? I would like to have cucumber melon. Yes, we do. Okay.
Hello,
Do you want the glycerin or the shea butter base?
experimenting's fun.
I have glycerin or the shea butter that I can make. Yes, Sarah, do it. I will buy from you and
Well,
Sarah. Yay!
I I mean I can send you a picture. I have some good recipes. I have a nice book with good pictures and stuff. I could always take some
That'd be
screen
fantastic. Yeah.
because I love trying new recipes for it. There's so many smell combinations. There's a mocha chocolate one I've done with coffee grinds, and I mean, it's endless.
I've heard coffee grounds is good for your skin.
It's
I
it's
made a
supposed
huge
to
batch.
be
Go ahead.
specifically cellulite was the targeted way that people, I guess, if you scrub it up, supposedly I don't know like the truth of it or anything, but if you a lot of people would use it there like prior to going to the beach or something. It's supposed to to lessen the effect or look of it, I guess. That's what it says anyway when I read about it.
I thought Jimmy has an interesting smell. He's got Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Dolly.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's a couple different things, like where you make candles and soap because I've done both. There are scented oil. Some are just for candles, and then there's some that are just for soaps, and you don't want to mix the wrong ones. Like
And a huge
you
batch
know,
of good old lye soap ages ago. Best stuff I've ever used.
and putting too much essential oil in certain like candles and everything. If you put too much, it can actually explode. Because
Oh gosh, really?
yes, some essential oils are very flammable, so it's good to research and check before you do it. Just little safety awareness. That's why there's candle scents and soap scents are two different things.
I'm glad you
Will
told me
blow your
that.
house up. I always do it outside anyway. I do it in the carport. I'm like, hell no. I'm not blowing up my house. Shea butter's great. Cocoa butter.
I'd love to have a carport. I bet you got all kinds of things
Well,
going
you can
on.
use it 4 seasons to do some of your work that you don't want in your house.
So I was joking around with Southern Girl last night, and I said, "So, who was the mole?"
I saw that. I was watching.
She's like, "Josie, nobody was the mole, but you stabbed it." Right?
I got the
That's what
mole
she
again.
thought. I
Forgot
know
what
that's
else.
what she thought.
Yeah, the lye soap. Yep, that's the long way.
What? Where's that mole? It's nice to mole you. Meet you. Nice to meet you, mole. Don't say mole.
Stop.
I said mole.
Stop.
Bye. Mole. Mole.
Gotta laugh, right?
Is Jimmy
Laugh.
from the Bayou in here?
Oh, I don't know. Is Jimmy in here? Could
Jimmy.
Jimmy from the Bayou please come to the front? At the grocery store.
Well, he got news. I just was seeing if he had told you.
And buy all unscented toiletries, then make my own natural fragrance spray. Wow.
Not wrong with that.
Mm-mm. Love that. Years ago, when Ken and I had a house that had the room, we had a potter's wheel, and it was handmade. And it was made out of like 2x4 wood and this huge turning wheel. And we had the most fun with that thing with the
Yeah,
kids.
that would be.
Yeah, we made ugly jugs. Do you know what those are?
I'm not sure.
It's where you make a fugly face on your jug.
Did you have a kiln, or you just did the air dry?
We did the air dry because we never did buy. I wanted to, but we never made it.
I had a kiln, a small one. I got a smaller size one so that I could transport moving around to the carport and stuff.
I haven't done that yet, but Sarah may have. Do you make sugar scrubs?
Yes, I have done that too. They're good. Good. There's this one it was hibiscus and pomegranate. Maybe I don't know. It smells so good. But those are good and easy too. Keeping a
When
jar.
do you know you need to throw your sugar scrub away?
I just make little jars at a time, and I don't ever have a problem for having to
'Cause
throw it away.
I've got one that I've kept for a while that I probably should throw away, but I don't know if it's bad. It smells really good, but I haven't used it all.
It's probably fine. I mean, it's going to be washed away. I don't know. You probably. I mean, you could probably tell by the smell or look.
I'm picturing them doing the pottery
Me
scene in
too.
yeah, it was that big like that. It was so much fun. And we had it, the house that we were in was haunted. I may have told y'all that story already. So it was a huge ass house. And in the basement was, it was a clay floor. And so it was real cool in there in the summer, but the kids could come and go out of it as they wanted to.
Mhm.
And we could, just throw pots and get muddy and messy because we were
Cool.
right there, and the garden was right there. And we had a heck of a time. It was when they
That
were
sounds
all
great.
little.
Good memories.
Was.
That scene is forever burned in my mind, Sandy. That ghost, because it's funny you said that. That actually, when she started talking about it, I pictured that too. That's a
Yeah.
classic movie.
Yeah. It's sad that he passed away. I always liked him, Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze.
Oh yeah. Ghost and
Anybody
Dirty
that can laugh at themselves, What are you cooking tonight?
That I think I might even just do stuffed peppers again because last time I made it, I made 2 more portions of the filling and put it in the freezer. Ooh, I better take that out actually, so that it would be easy for me next time to just like blanch peppers and stuff, and I already have the filling. I was thinking ahead.
She wants to order some sugar scrub from you.
I haven't really. I mean, I'll think about if you really want some. I want to find my you know how I told you I have a book thing where I'm always getting books on how to do this and that. I'm looking right now to see the soap book because I was just looking at that so I can send you some. Just it's fun to look at, you know. I could take some
Yeah.
pictures.
Now, Ken has a friend from years ago that would make it glycerin, but on the inside it looked like spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how she did that. But I was like, I don't want to buy that. It looks like vomit.
I
He's like,
mean,
what? He was like, why don't you want any of her soap? Don't you want to, give it away for Christmas? I was like, it looks like vomit. No, I don't want to give that as a gift.
I would probably only do that for like kids soap because you can put little for little kids and stuff to help them and want to wash and stuff. You can take your soap molds and pour a little bit in, and then put a little toy in, like little cheap toys that you get in the grab bag toys, little tiny things, trinkets, and you put them in the soap
Yeah.
and letting it harden, and then they have to wash to get to the toy or something cool like that.
That is
It,
smart.
I mean, they like gimmicks. Where's that freaking book? Now you got me looking for that book. I got a whole shelf of how to do this and that.
I remember getting the boys, it was shower paint. And
Oh
and
yeah,
there yeah, and then there was the what all was it? They did the finger paint in the shower, and then the stuff that looked like blood, and they had all kinds of stuff for the shower, and they were little at Walmart.
yeah, because kids like
Now,
the game.
now it's hard to find that stuff there
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
because I would definitely get it for them again if it would make them get in the shower. you know.
Oh, I found it. Haha.
Where do you typically buy shoes up there?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even care much. I order a lot online to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And
There's a store called Rack Room Shoes here, and there's we just moved back to my hometown, so I'm like, after all the shopping, because we've been out in the middle of the boondocks in the country where there's nothing but a Maxway, which used to be a Roses, and so now it's like there's a mall and there's all these, store. I'm like in shopping heaven. And they
ooh,
have a clearance store that's the rack room, all leather shoes, name brand
not
shoes and stuff. Unbelievable prices. It's like, man, if I was rich, I would have so much crap.
yeah, right, exactly. So the first recipe I opened up into this book is chamomile and cucumber, which is funny because somebody had
Ooh.
something. Yeah, this is really interesting because there's a lot of random. I think you would like this. I wish I
Hey,
could like
Alicia.
clone this book. White lavender, violets, and
She's making chicken and dumplings.
ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds good.
we will be right over.
Yeah, I like
Red Rover.
is sandalwood and amber. I love those two.
Ooh,
Or
smells
sandalwood and vanilla. I like those kind of scents myself, but I
Yeah, that smells like a fireplace when you just have sandalwood burning in an incense stick. It smells just like a fireplace, man. I love that.
got a what's
How
this I got right here. Well, I have a thing like I love the amber smells with those kind of things. I got what is this? Vanilla, vanilla bean and amber. So I always like the sandalwood amber vanilla, and then I also like lavender lemon together.
I love chicken and dumplings. Do you make your own dumplings from scratch?
Me?
I'm asking Alicia.
Okay. Photo shoot. Oh, the photo today was the photo shoot day.
Hmm.
How would you pick which dress? I would have had to done both. I would have done shoots. Now it's time to change. We gotta get both.
She always looks so happy.
She sure does.
Hey, Kills Bells.
Kills.
I've
Ooh,
been here listening, but doing other stuff. Okay, thank you.com.
This is what I want, loofahs. I wanted to grow those because I wanted to be able to do the soaps with the loofahs and then slice them.
Mm.
You ever see the loofah sponge with the soap in them?
No.
Okay, that's what I wanted to grow them. You can grow them in your garden. I
I didn't know that.
I always forget. Yeah, I saw it somewhere. I'm not forgetting this year, dang
She
it.
did 3 dresses. Woo.
Oh, you had 3? Oh Lord. I can't wait to see them. Did they give you a little cheat? Because sometimes they give you a couple like sneak peek photos that you post. Sometimes they give you like a couple digital images. I hate waiting for the editing.
Sandy says, I still have an old magazine article about growing them.
Interesting. I found out too late. I think it was last year or the year before, and then I forgot the next year. Because I feel like they have to be started earlier, I think.
Thank you, Kelsbells, for coming. I
I
appreciate the
am
support.
going to investigate that when I'm off of this thing. I'm going to write it down because I really want the loofahs.
I took them all, Sarah, and then had them printed same day. Oh,
Oh, wow.
she's going to text them to you.
I was just going to say, is there any... I didn't know if you posted them or... Yes, just for you, 20. I found that out and I was in shock. So I'm literally writing it down so I can investigate. Where do I get this? I will look on Amazon or somewhere else. And you can have little exfoliation scrubs.
She said she sent it to you.
Nice.
Sandy says they grow on arbors like grapevines.
Oh, it might. I hope it doesn't take a while.
I
Or I'll have
like
to.
those gables with green beans on them.
Yeah. Yes, the ones you used to be exactly. I was mind blown too because I was looking for them. I feel like it was a couple years ago when I was more into the soap production for, and like getting molds and stuff like that. I had a friend make me a wooden box mold so that you can, dump out the rectangle and then slice them. And when I found that out, I was mind blown too.
She said, I recently watched a video of Amish people or something cutting, cleaning, and packaging loofahs.
Wow. I want to see that.
Thank you, Kells Bells. I appreciate that.
Probably going to search that when I'm off of this because, yeah, it is fascinating. I mean, they sell them in the store for beauty,
Yeah,
Who knew you could grow them yourself?
that's cool. Cool beans. Is it a fungus?
Fungus?
Isn't loofah a fungus?
It's a very crusty, brittle, almost like I want to say the color of a sea sponge.
But it's not a fungus?
No, I don't think it's. I don't know what it would be classified as. It's almost kind of like probably gourd like. You know how you grow gourds and they're just dry?
Yeah,
It might be something like that. But somebody just said
yeah.
they grow on grapevine, so that's got me thinking. I hope it doesn't take long to grow.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
she
I'll just
said it's
buy
a gourd.
type of
Sandy
gourd.
said
Okay,
it's a gourd.
so it is like a gourd. Actually, I think it's well. It doesn't matter. We know what you meant. Let's grow some gourds. Dang it!
I think gourds are cool because out in the country, they will bore a hole in them and put them way up for the birds. Put
That's what I
bird
was
food
gonna
in
say. I want
them.
to make some birdhouses and crap like that. You ever
I
see like the
love
cool
that.
carvings? You can make maracas.
Yes. Did I show you my bell tambourine
I don't think so.
made out of bells?
Wait, let me close my chat so I can see. Go ahead.
I found
Oh, that's like from the thrift store.
Yeah.
Nice. I think one of your best finds is the letters back there.
Yeah, I know. Ken got those.
That's
I was
a
like,
good
what
find.
are you buying those for?
Perfect
Why are you
back
putting
there.
those in the car? And he's like, don't you want them? And I was like,
Don't you
well,
want
yes, I do.
You two crack me up with the thrift. Now, we're gonna do a thrift store video today. Was that today or tomorrow?
Yeah, I started to yesterday and we went to Walmart and I just, it
Oh,
never
okay.
happened. So hopefully I'm going to do it this weekend.
Okay, I was just checking to make sure I didn't miss it.
Yeah, no, I just didn't make it there yet.
Okay, the virtual
Yeah.
thrift is fun.
Yeah, Charlie hates to go. He's like, I don't like going there. I don't want to go
Really?
there. He hates it.
Oh my goodness, I loved it as a kid.
Yeah, he hates it. He wants to go get new stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty common with a lot of kids.
Yeah. He doesn't want to touch anything in there. So, but he likes to go picking. So go figure. Yeah, we are lucky though. The town we live in, most everybody they clean it and they put a note out and so it's never like ooh, and if it is if it looks like a crime scene, we just keep going. We don't even And sometimes you look at these couches, and it's like, what did they do to that sofa?
Yeah.
What are they doing to this stuff?
Well, I was shocked to see the bin store you're at. Now, first of all, I'm very jealous that I don't know where there's anything like that around me, and I don't think it exists, but maybe in the city. I could be wrong. Second of all, I saw a whole pile. It keeps catching my eye every time you go. A whole pile against the wall of mattresses.
Yeah, they're cleaned and ready to be sold. They have them.
I was wondering if they're free or you sell them.
They sell them.
They sell them. Okay, that's
I want to
illegal.
say they're like, well, they have to be sterilized here first, so they have to be
illegal in my
cleaned.
state, period. So I was like, "What? How do they have mattresses?" That's what caught my eye because we're not allowed. Nobody's allowed to sell them.
Yeah,
They're not allowed to be sold here. So I thought, oh, okay, that's why I wanted to check. You must not
they
have.
they have to be sanitized, and I think they're like $20 a piece.
They didn't look nasty or anything. I was just surprised them of able to be sold because I'm not used to that.
Well, ladies, I'm headed to bed, early to rise. Okay, well, have a good night. Thank you for coming.
Put chat back on. Oh yes, you're now. All right, Sub-Zero. You're somewhere far away, I think. Right? Are you in England?
I couldn't find one near me either, Sarah, but Gypsy says they're addicting, so that's probably best for me.
I want a freaking bin store. Come on, man.
Yeah, you can go in there with $1.50 and get something. It's crazy because they weigh it,
Yeah. Oh, it's by weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now, like the sewing machine, because it was heavy, he haggled that. He's like, "I'll give you $5." She goes, "Okay."
Yeah.
So anything heavy like that, I think you haggle.
Yeah, it looked like in good condition, and I certainly would have paid $5 for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a good collection of them myself.
It's fun. You never know what you're gonna find. I mean, and picking too. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we told you or not, but he picked a sailboat one time. It's the kind where it's a one-man sailboat.
Oh. Are you talking about?
He's like, wait a minute. And he backs up the car and it's on the side of the road. And he's like, oh, if it just had its sails. And you see the guy coming out and he goes, sir, I have the sails. And Ken's like, are you serious? And we sold it and went to the beach. I think we made 15.
One that looks like a surfboard, the big ones.
Yeah.
Because I have one of
you
those.
Stand up on it.
Yeah, I got one for free too, and I got that mother effer in my van. With
awesome.
The giant, you know how I drove with the friggin' pole sticking out? It was so huge that I'm like,
as long as you got straps, you can't travel. That's right.
And then I brought it home, and everyone's like, nobody does that. Why did you bring that home? I'm like,
Yeah,
I
good
thought
night,
y'all might
Sub-Zero.
watch out
Yeah.
and try.
Love it, love it, love it.
Oh, well, now I'm planning on making it into a bench or something because nobody wants to try anything with it.
Well, we picked the big old potter's wheel. We picked it. It was heavy as shit.
I would have took
Heavy
that second.
as shit. Yeah, we had to get our boys from they were two guys that detailed our cars for us, went and got it for us. It was awesome. Couldn't wait to go buy clay.
Hell, I even busted my stitches once dragging something in my van after surgery because I didn't want to miss an opportunity. I saw some guy standing near me too. I'm like, hey, sir, can you help me get this in my van? Sure. Got it. But when I got home, I had to drag it out myself, And I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be lifting or anything or, I tried my best. I burst my stitches, but I got it. I don't care.
Bless your heart.
I got
Yeah,
what I
when we were loading that potter's wheel, it reminded me of when I was young in my youth, and I had just gotten my first apartment, and I saw one of those spools on the side of the road, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to use that for a dining room table."
Oh, I
But
want one of those so bad. I do. I
it
still
wasn't
do.
going in my trunk though, so it didn't make it home.
Damn it! I want one of those so bad because I want to do
Yeah.
like you said by the fire pit.
Mhm.
So many good things on Pinterest you can do with those.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen all kinds of neat stuff. Whenever you watch those where they trade houses and they redecorate it, I've seen them use those
Yeah.
spools.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
used to love that show. Trading Places, I think it was.
Yeah, what happened to that show? I
Uh,
love that.
There was one of them that I was afraid of. I'm like, you don't want that lady doing your house. She sticks newspaper and weird stuff on the wall. There was one episode where she literally wallpapered newspaper all over someone's kitchen, like their dining room, and it was the most horrific. There was one lady that did horrific things, and you had to be afraid of that lady if you got that lady. Trading.
Alicia said I posted the St. Patty's Day pictures on my community page. Save the Easter ones for
Oh, you
later.
did
All
too.
right.
Oh, I didn't know you did that. I thought it was just Easter. Okay. Good plan. Good plan.
Fished a broken chair back out of the Salvation Army dumpster. Oh yeah, definitely.
Join the
Definitely.
club.
Same here.
Hey, you can always do something. There's a lot of things that get wasted. You can.
We found a bunch of stuff one time just by chance at PetSmart, and there was nothing wrong with them. They were just
That's
collars and toys. I mean, I didn't get why they were
weird.
thrown away.
Why would they throw it away when they can donate it to a shelter? That's
I don't
insane.
know. I
You
don't
would think
know. And it was a ton of stuff.
that right there makes no sense. That's something that can be, if it was like brand new usable stuff.
Yeah, I know.
That's weird.
20 years ago, still have it, and it's gorgeous.
Nice. You go. I like it.
So you need to have a live again.
Me, I know. I just saw that the bill came out and everything, and I'm like, I think I went a whole thing without using it. I'm like, should I just cancel this? And then I got all, with all the crap going on and stuff. I'm like, there was a point recently where I'm like, I'm just gonna shut it all down, and then I'm like, I don't know. I might have to like rebirth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think if I
Yeah, and
wanted.
don't take any drama over there this time.
I'm trying to
Let
think.
the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have to kind of rebirth the whole channel, and what I wanted to do doesn't seem to be working out. Originally it was supposed to be like, what I wanted to do was not have all right, for instance, if somebody goes into another chat that they're not welcome, the first thing that you see is a lot of time they can just say hi, a rude comment or a nice one, hi, but they get deleted instantly just because of who they are. So my goal was my plan in my head was to let anyone say anything and not block them, not have censorship. But that doesn't seem to work out either. And, sometimes it got crazy. But there were times where I thought if they could all come, then maybe there'd be times where they can work on their issues or work out a problem because everyone would be able to come. You know what I mean?
like a mediator.
Yeah, kind of like that. And there were a couple times where it did work and it helped, a few different people with a couple of their ruckuses, because then it would be sort of like a mediator. Yeah, like you said, and they can come to that place and be able to talk about their things without being getting deleted like they would on each other's channel, for instance, or something like that. But with everything going on and stuff, and where I've had, got into the mix somehow, and with things that have been said to me that I won't, take too kindly to, I don't really know. So that's why I was like, I was seriously thinking about deleting it, just pausing it. I don't really know. And then, because the whole thing after that, the other thing I did want to do some art things, some tutorials, learn things, get back to plant stuff. I mean, spring's going to be around the corner, so maybe I should just give it another shot and try to
I hope you do.
refocus, shift it on something else, maybe, because everything that's going on is too stressful.
Yeah. So when drama comes over there, if you're going to try to be a mediator, it's going to be like Springer, because that's just
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
temperature.
Yeah,
That's just the temperature of these streets,
it did get
and
spring.
know that that's not going to change.
Yeah, it certainly did. Yep. So
And
yeah,
yeah. And if you do it that way, here's my suggestion. You don't have to do it. Yeah, of course. I
no,
throw
take any.
suggestions out to people all the time.
What did you say? Say that again.
If you do it that way, where you're the mediator, then you need a gavel, and you should do it like court TV, where you're judge and you have a gavel, and they have to shut the hell up once that gavel goes down.
Yep. And I probably wouldn't be good at that because I also have the thing of not wanting to offend. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You're right. So I'm not the best at gaveling. You could say that. That's true.
Mm.
Or I would have to try to be better at that. So, but then if I do that, it's just the way things are going. No, it doesn't seem like there'll be any change anytime soon. So would it really help? I don't
Yeah,
know.
or just depend on your mods not to have any, bull crap in there. I mean, and then
Yeah.
you get to do the purpose of your show, which is, whatever it was that you were saying you wanted to do. You let your mods take care of you. And then at the end of the show, you unblock. Then you go to the next show
Yeah.
and let them do their thing. And at the end of the show, unblock and just go to the next,
Yeah. I didn't want to have to get blocked, but I see what you mean. Sometimes people need it, but it's just I didn't want
And
it to
maybe
be.
somebody's having a bad day,
Yeah. I just didn't want it to be that way because that's where it happens everywhere else. When you go everywhere else, you always get blocked.
Thank you for coming, Alicia.
Yeah, I have some real kick-ass people in there, and I also don't want.
And do it like this, where
I don't want them to
where
get stressed.
you do it case by case basis. Where I'm going to use Rose as an example, because I've had to put her in timeout, and she understands why.
Oh, right.
Sometimes she's already gotten riled up from another live, and then she comes in and she's already high, what is the word, hyper vigilant.
Yeah.
And then you just time her out or block her that episode, and every night you unblock.
Yeah.
And then you just do it case by case basis, maybe.
Yeah, because I was there for that, and I did see that she was back, so I wondered about that, but yeah. But I hadn't considered if they were blocked to let them back or something like that. I think there's only a small amount of people in there, and I mean, I trust anyone to do it if they have to, because that's,
Thank
I
you,
know
Chaotic. I'm glad you're feeling better.
good people in there. Yeah, did you get your eye fixed or whatever? I saw on the rest of what I missed last night. I watched this morning, and that you were like pirate patching it or something.
She said it's much better today.
Because I was watching it and then fell asleep last night because I've been trying to go to bed earlier, so I was able to catch the couple before that last night's episode because they were early ones, and I was like, able to, watch things. But last night I fell asleep, so watch the rest.
I did too. I fell out modding. I was in the middle of mod. Next thing I know.
And then I was wondering if you wear contacts, because there's been a couple times where I wiped my eye, and the contacts have ripped up in there, and I've had to take a Q-tip and pour contact solution on it and go up in there and take it out, because there's been broken pieces of contact way up in my eyelid, and it's not a good feeling. That's why I wanted to
Holy
ask you.
cow.
Yeah, it feels horrible. It feels like there's glass up in there. Not good. That's why I'm like, I gotta ask her if she wears contacts. Yeah.
Gypsy King Sarah.
Good to see you there.
Yes.
Okay. Do you wear contacts at all? Could it be a piece of a contact or an eyelash? Because contact solution is what I would pour into my eye when there was debris in there, because that's what you use for contacts, so it's safe for your eye to flush out. Yeah. It's awful. I haven't had contacts in a while, but
That's why I've never even tried them. I can't even think about putting something on top of my eyeball. It
that's
freaks
what I
me
thought.
out.
That's what I thought too, till I realized when you're holding the contact in your finger and you put the droplets inside, you think you're touching your eye, but what's touching your eye is the contact with the solution. Your finger's on the other side, so it's like a shield. And it feels like you know what I mean? Psychologically, it feels like you're touching your eye, but the contact is what touches your eye. Once you get over it and try it a couple times, it's fine. But if you rub your eyelid or something, you go to touch your face or something, sometimes they rip. You can rip it,
Mm.
or at least the brand
God.
I was wearing, and it's not a good feeling when you have broken pieces in there, because they don't just come out
Oh
on
my
their own.
gosh.
And my doctor has told me that if that happens again, come in and I'll take it out. I'm like, hell no, I'm gonna get it out myself. It's not fun, but I'd rather not have somebody up in my eyelid. Let's see. Okay, she hasn't had contacts in years. Okay, so it's not a contact piece.
I don't guess they've come back with a verdict yet. I'm looking to see.
Wait,
No,
what?
no. They do not have a verdict yet. I just thought I'd see.
That's what I was wondering. What stage are we in this trial? Because I came into
Jury
it.
deliberations were on verdict watch.
All right, so the jurors are doing their talk.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't following it. I was like, I'm not following this. But then all of a sudden, I'm like, now I'm too late. I got interested in it. So I watched that. There's a channel that I saved that has a 7-part series. It will sum it all up in one day. And he did an excellent job. Better than an HBO or something would have done. And he did it really well. And that's how I learned about the housekeeper falling supposedly from dogs and everything else about these people.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I can forward the guide to you. I think I saved it.
I watched mine on Netflix. There's a special on Netflix about it.
He did it so good that he could be on Netflix, this guy.
Wow.
I think he probably did a better job than Netflix could have done. I was surprised, just some random guy on YouTube. He got a lot of feedback like that in the comments too. People were saying that.
Yeah, nothing. It doesn't look like anything's new.
I'm always like, then you gotta make an appointment. What happened was he came around, and then my prescription, you know how they expire. They were extending people's eye prescriptions because of that, but I'm probably too late, overdue now. Eye wash, yeah, that stuff works good for eyes, flushing it out. Oh, because of that, yeah, in case you get chemicals or something, debris. I would probably pour that stuff in there, the contact stuff. I've watched a couple clips on YouTube, because YouTube has a lot of the each person. They make little clips when each person goes on. Kind of watch those sometimes.
The founder of Carolina Panthers, Jerry Richardson, dies of 86 years old. Go Panthers.
Huh.
I didn't realize he was that old.
Me neither. So Chaotic's the one we were saying earlier. I was talking about the Delphi case, and I didn't know if she's the one who posted that there was another case they're looking into to see if he's linked to.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, did you know about that, Chaotic? Because I was thinking, I thought it was you I mentioned too, or some. I thought it was anyways. That I wonder if he's involved in other cases. But there's actually, I think they got some evidence sent to a lab to test something, some of their evidence to see if there's a possible link. Well, a lot of us got sucked into true crime. I think a lot of us came like Summer Wells, it seems like, and then we got sucked into other parts, other things. Yeah, she's seen that. Okay. Just thought you might find that interesting. I think some of us got sucked into, would I say Krama? Is that how you say it? Krama?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this happened from coming for Gabby Petito and Summer Wells, but look at us now.
I'll tell you what I think. I think it's because we're delving in these people's closets. And when we don't agree with how we feel about what's in those people's closets, we start taking it out on each other. That's how it seemed to be in Summer's case, you know?
And did a lot of it come out of sea isolation, boredom?
That too.
I think a lot of it got escalated and like a manifestation of that. I don't know. Oh, Lord. 6 different dentists. That sounds like the worst thing I've heard in a long time.
White Rabbit says, "My name's back. Feels good. Now to try and rebuild what's left of the trailer park and start anew."
Wait, where's that?
White Rabbit.
Is she in here?
I'm reading it off my phone here.
Oh,
I was reading her wall.
is it called White Rabbit or you're just calling her
She said, "My name's back. Feels good. Now to try and rebuild what's left of the trailer park and start anew."
I haven't seen since she came back. I'm gonna have to, set a notification or something. I haven't seen any of her lives since how she recently left again. I'm glad she came
Yeah,
back, took a break, came
me
back.
too.
A lot of people like that. I was just, I had just started watching her. I'm like, wow, this lady's like pretty inspirational and everything. This is deep conversation. I like this. I need to talk live. I'm looking for my light. Oh, there it is. A stick lighter. Do you have a live set up?
All I know is she is saying that I'm assuming the Black Rabbit channel is what she's talking about. I don't know.
Oh, right.
It just says got my name back. I don't know.
You know what it is? Because on one of her, how I just started watching it. One time she said recently, before she just left the second time, I've done everything I can. I've gone to the head CEO. I've asked blah 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 or something like that, trying to get her channel back that she terminated. She had it monetized. She had.
Oh, that's right.
Were you there for that? I wonder if she was able to get it back.
I remember. You're right.
Yeah, she had it. I mean, I wouldn't if I just started over again. I would do everything I could to get another channel back if I already had it monetized and I earned this, and that, and had all those, followers. I'd want that one back.
I know. Me too. What would bring somebody to the point of wanting to just delete everything, though?
This stuff going on, because it popped into my head the last couple of days. The way it's escalating, But then I'm like, you could also just pause and leave when you want, take breaks. Just not go on. Go back when you want to, rather than delete it.
Just for you. Yeah, I just checked. She just changed the name. Account was created in January 2023. Oh.
Okay.
Did Betty get her channel back?
I kind of forgot about that because I never saw that it was gone. I just saw a clip of her getting mad, so I don't know if she was on a backup channel when she was doing, being angered about a channel loss. There's been other rumors circulating like that, that she lost the channel, but I haven't verified it because I don't even know what her channel's called now. That because it's already a newer channel. Because she already had a different channel before that, so it gets confusing what channels are called. You know, and then there was another rumor circulating that somebody else lost monetization, and I don't know how that happens. I don't know what would cause that. Would that be from a strike?
I don't know.
Like,
I
just
know. I wanted to
creator,
know.
as a creator,
Huh?
what could cause you to lose your money?
I don't know. I would think
You just got yours. I would think you just want to, kind of want to know what kind of things, unless anybody
right.
in the channel knows now, like what kind of things would cause them. You still have your channel, but you lost monetization. What kind of thing would cause that? If anybody knows, just I would want to know so it doesn't
Well,
happen.
Jimbo said last night not verifying your address.
Oh, that's what happened to That's what Rap was saying a long time ago happened to Ernie when he lost all, because I was pissed for him. Like, I'm like, they stole your money. You should go to court. That's, you got your small claims court, and then over a certain amount. Like, that was like close to $8,000. I would be raising hell for that money. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
who are they
Southern
to,
Girl asked today what happens to the money, and I guess YouTube keeps it is what
who are the
what
hell are
they
they to keep someone's money though? That's theft. That's what I was saying to Ernie. That's theft. They're stealing your money. That's not like it's $400. This is close to $8,000. You can buy a used car for that. That's messed up that they just get to keep it if you don't have your address has to match your license, I guess, and then they send you a code. I think Jimbo said in a clip earlier. Like if you don't get the paperwork in, the required paperwork maybe. But then they take all your super chats and everything while
I
it's
just
been.
filled out the form. I mean,
Yeah,
I
watch
just
out
filled
for
out everything, you know?
yeah, because once it gets all the chats and stuff that come in before it's approved. I guess I've heard different things from different creators. I thought BK did a special on it. Actually, he was saying there's different colors or something like that. Like red means it's not approved yet. So when people are super chatting, I don't know if that means anything to you on your side. If you see them in red, yellow means it's under review, I think, and green means that it's all set and you're going to get the money. Do you see any kind of color on your side? Does that
Yeah, it
make
was
sense?
green.
So green means
The
it's
one you
clear.
sent me was green. You're
All
the only
right.
one that's given me one.
I wanted to send.
You're the only one
I
that's ever
couldn't see
supported me
it.
in Alicia Jimbo.
Well, it's new, and I came to your
.com.
channel when you were talking, and I said, "Oh my goodness, there's a dollar sign there." I didn't really have, at money at the time, but I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to be the first." I wanted to do that for you to.
Mama T has been able to get those for a long time now.
What super chats?
Yeah, all I noticed was when I would go to the Liberators or like let's say I go to Benny's, I see a commercial first, but I don't when I go to hers, and I don't when I go to the other side. I don't see commercials. So I was like, what does that mean? And I thought they said it's because you haven't finished filling out the address. I don't know.
Well,
I could be totally wrong. I may not know what the hell I'm talking about. I've read it different answers at different times, so I don't
me
know.
too. Me too. That's why that stuck in my mind. The thing about BK did a special about this, trying to explain to new creators when he said the different colors, and it's kind, the green, yellow, the red, and I'm like, oh, okay, then that might be able to help somebody if their thing comes through as red. That means it's not through yet. Yellow means it's in the review process, or that there's missing information. He might have said, but either way, the green part was good. So you saw green, so that's good. I think. I mean, not like I know what I'm talking about. This is just reportedly from what I heard anyway. But you want to watch to make sure they get all the information, or if they email you, I guess. Make sure they have all the required paperwork, because you can be on here for a couple months and it's not through yet, and then if it doesn't get approved or whatever, then they basically get to steal all the super chats and everything you've made over the last couple months, and I think that's not fair. Kind of like theft in a way.
It says, yeah, they send you a pin in the mail.
Okay, and then you can't monetize. So once you get the pin, okay, so that could have been what happened to her.
Yeah, I
If
guess
it could have went to the address on the license. So maybe, I mean, somebody probably told her by now, maybe. Because some people are going to assume it's probably from like a troll or something, but it could be as simple as that. And if she can get that pin in, because then they just steal your money, and that I don't like how they steal people's money. They're already getting greedy. Do you know if they're taking 45%
Well,
or 30?
I want to know, why can't you get mail at a hotel?
Well,
Didn't they used to back in the olden
you know
days?
what? No, you might be able to as long as you go to the post office and forward it, maybe, as long as your mail's forwarded. Because it just has to match, I think.
And it would be
But
like, number 2A, right?
even if it goes to the old address, if she's the example, if it went to her old address, for instance, as long as she's gone to the post office and forwarded all her mail to go there or to a friend or whatever, it'll still, YouTube wouldn't know the difference as long as it goes to her old address and gets forwarded. Just got to fill out the form when you're moving right at the post office, and you'll still get your mail wherever you want it sent, to family members or,
No,
something
you
like.
can do that just for you. You can have it set. It will check it for anything wrong with it before it lets you set it public. And I do that too. It will run it through, like if there's any copyright or anything wrong with it. And if it is, then it'll come back and tell you you need to tweak it before you put it. And I do that too. I have it unlisted until I get the okay.
Yeah, I was on that actual episode Just for You 24/7. I saw it when that happened, and I thought she was talking about the commercial, something about when you had the highest audience and then green or something. You're right. You're right, though. I did hear that too. That's funny. I was there for that too.
.com says Jimbo said your address has to match your driver's license.
Right. So if let's say the address, like if we use her as an example, her address on her license is the address she just came from, where she was living. As long as the mail's forwarded, the mail will go to that address, and YouTube wouldn't know. It doesn't matter. It should get to her anyways, as long as people forward their mail. Even if it goes to a family member, a friend, or a hotel or whatever. But I'm sure it's probably hard to get mail at a hotel if you don't know, if you have to go to a different one or something. So if I was in that situation, I would probably forward it to a family member. But as long as that's done, it should still get to her.
MGL shared it like a
Yep.
secret tip.
Yep.
Oh, it might have been to Olivia. I mean,
She was her mentor. That girl's really talented and skilled in how she does her filming, I think.
yeah, she's pretty too.
The younger people are always, better at technology, it seems, anyway.
Yeah, they're on top of all the new
Stuff, 'cause
improved.
growing with it. That's funny. Sandy saw that episode too. I think because we were probably all watching at the time because they were on like a vacation, or they were going to do some. Is that when they were doing the summer well stuff? Maybe. I think they all went down and rented a house, so a lot of people were watching. Yep.
I used to watch her back then.
Me too. I don't know what happened.
I never watched the television show The Nanny
The Nanny.
because of her accent.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, how are you? And
You're right.
I could only, yeah, and that's why I quit watching her. I think she gets too, you know what I mean?
It was over pronunciated, and it kind of bugged me too.
Yeah, Molly likes to make every show about her too, and that kind of made me mad when Dolly and all of them were down in Georgia. She said, "Oh, the media's here. Must be because they heard I was gonna be here." I thought, no, they heard Dolly was coming. They wanted soap, man. I thought, come on, they're not here because of her. They're here because of the
I didn't
case.
that part.
Yeah, she kept saying, no, it's okay. They're here because of me. And I was like, no, they're not. They're here because Quentin. But anyway, I think me and B-Dac saw eye on that, and he was like, he's so over her too. And
Yeah, probably.
She can be so over the top. If she would just be Molly, it would be fun.
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess that's part of the
Character, maybe.
yeah. Yeah.
I thought it meant you had a high count of subs, meaning like when it's highest to turn it to that or what. I know. I guess that's all learning when you're the creator and you do it for a while. Like a lot of
I
us.
found it interesting, with all this that's happening with you know who and you know who,
Yep.
that going and standing up for yourself in a court of law never worked because all they have to do is say I'm playing a character on YouTube, and it relieves them of liability.
I haven't heard anything about that part.
That goes way back to when it was Benny versus Ernie. I remember them saying, "Oh, so as long as they disclose this is a movie, I'm playing a character, then they can."
That could be rumor too. That could be made up, and
Could
also
be.
depends on each state and each state's how they handle
That's
things.
true too. That's definitely true. Because that kind of made me feel like psych, because you and I believed it was the real deal for so long.
Yeah, many.
I mean, so and when that happened, and we didn't know the plan, and Sugar Pie came out with that video because she heard 616 and them all discussing the plan and kind of laughing because we weren't in on the plan, how betrayed we felt.
I remember that phrase got thrown around a lot, but it's kind of all foggy now. But I remember, people kept talking about a plan. I never knew any plan.
We weren't in on it.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
We've been pretty all over the place. We like to do that.
Yeah, that's why I named it "How y'all doing tonight?" And just one word. It's all one word. How y'all doing tonight?
Talked about my new vacuum chamber pump that I assembled. Soap,
Yeah. Murdoll.
Station, YouTube.
Yeah, Panthers owner died.
Theft at Walmart in Oregon.
Oh yeah, that's right. No more Walmarts in Portland. Yep. Well, I guess it's been 2 hours, and I'm sure somebody else is going to be going live soon. And I'm going to go in here and figure out what I'm going to cook. That chicken and dumplings sounded good. I might do that.
Chicken and dumplings. That sounds good. I haven't seen much of Constance. Maybe she will. I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't she on first thing this morning? Or was that yesterday morning?
I don't think
it might have been yesterday morning.
If it was today, I didn't see it.
I bet it was yesterday morning. My days run together.
Yeah, that's true. So
all right.
Good talking to you.
You too. All right, we'll see y'all on these streets.
We be around. I'm gonna go.
Me too. Bye.
Bye.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. vibes.